All right, here's a load that we got in Ronald's truck. And from this load here, we sold 2 truckloads, if I'm not mistaken. Now, we had already sold 1 truckload this day, if I recall correctly, earlier this day. And then from this truckload, we split and sold another, and still had enough wood there after selling the second one to make another truckload. So the next day, I sold one by myself out of that wood, while Ronald did some other stuff. And then later on in this video, we met up at the lumberyard. He likes that monster mower a lot. I do not like it. I'll be honest with you. I don't like it. I've split a lot of wood with that thing in the past, but you've seen how I split. There's many reasons for why I split the way that I do, honestly. And lots of people will ask me why I'm not using a chopping block and how it's better, and to use a tire so you don't chase the wood, and lots of different things. But there are specific reasons for why I do it the way that I do. And I know that people that watch me know why, because it produces a lot of firewood, you know. So like a chopping block, for one thing, that eliminates angles, splitting from angles, which I do a lot. It's one of the main ways that I'm able to split as much wood as I do in the time that I split in. So splitting from angles is huge for me. A chopping block eliminates that. And then I kind of stack the wood on its end, kind of in a circle. That way you're left with this when you're done, you know. Once you're done, I've seen people doing lines too, and that seems to work pretty well as well. But if I had, 30, 40 rounds stacked in a line, I guess I could pull my truck down through there and get it a little bit at a time. But when you do it like this, it's almost like you've got it all in one circle. So you can kind of back your truck up to it and just get it like that. So here's the first, or the second load that we did after splitting that wood there that day. And then after that, as I said, I had enough for another truckload the following day. So you'll see the days change here. This is the day that you just seen where we were splitting. This is the same day. Right, what we're going to do now is stop and get some gas at the gas station, get something to drink, and then we're going to head on to the lumberyard. I guess that's what I'm going to call it, is lumberyard.
Lumberyard?
Yeah. All right, we're heading on. We got a load right now, and it's going out to Salt Lick, Kentucky, which is pretty close to the lumberyard out there in I don't know if that's what you call it. Somebody asked me if it was called something where they make whiskey barrels, and that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. I don't know what you call it exactly, but I've just been calling it lumberyard. I think you said the Stave Mill or something. Stave Mill, so maybe that's what it is, a Stave Mill. So we're heading out there, though. That's in Moorhead, Kentucky, after we take this, because it's out just a little past where I'm going right now. So I'm taking this delivery, and me and Carter's doing this one on our own without Ron, but so we're getting all the profit for this one. And then after, it's just a regular truckload though back there, as you see, so which is $100. I'm charging $15 for gas to come out here, so it's $115, about $100 profit after gas. This truck actually ain't too bad on gas. So anyways, we're heading out there to deliver this one. Then we're going from there to the Stave Mill, I believe is what it's called. And then from there, we're going to load up a load in mine and in Ron's truck. So I'm planning to put a pretty big load on it. I love Kentucky. I really do. These rolling hills and the little woods and prairies and fields and just the little streams and rivers and stuff. I love everything about Kentucky. I have no desire to ever leave it. So this one was in Bath County, so a place called Salt Lick. And it was a decent right away, but it's actually on the way to the lumber mill, so it worked out really good. Pretty country out here. And here's the guy who I'm delivering to. So he was in this little Dodge, and I met him at his house, and then from his house he said, "Follow me, it's just right down the road." And it was maybe a minute down the road, and we met him at this, it looked like a garage out here on this hill, you'll see it. And that's where we stacked the wood at. And he asked me for my number after, because he actually found me on Facebook. I use Facebook for the marketplace, but I literally have no friends on there or anything like that. I literally just use it for the marketplace. And so he asked me to send the number through Messenger, and I did that so that they could get more wood in the future. So I'm following him out. He's right there. Very friendly, man. We stacked it right there in that little shed. All right. All right, $115 right there for that load. $115 cash. That easy. I say that easy. There's a lot of work that goes into firewood. That's why I don't play with prices. I don't really negotiate with prices. Ronald did a lot, and that's why he's been liking selling with me. Cause he'll just about give wood away if he can't find somebody to sell. He told me he has gave it away. I'm gonna pull over here to this park real quick, and we're gonna try to find out where we gotta go real quick. All right, we got that one delivered, 115 bucks cash right there. Now we're heading on to the lumber yard, lumber mill, whatever you call it, Stave Mill. So we're in Salt Lick, Kentucky. Now we're heading to Moorhead, Kentucky, and they're pretty close. So this is kind of on the way. So like Ronald said, it'd be a good thing to go on while you're up that way and get a load of wood. I said, yeah, you're right. So me and Carter delivered this one on our own, so all the profit, you know, was on us. Not a real big load. It was $115 altogether, so it paid for my gas, and I made $100 profit on it. And I've still got quite a bit of daylight left and everything. And you can do pretty good with firewood, honestly. I have quite a few times. Made, if I'm mistaken, $600 a day at times. I made it $600 a day before doing firewood. $400 a day, you know, $200 a day. So firewood can keep you pretty busy. And I do it all by hand and everything too. So as you see, Ronald's the same way. You can produce a lot of firewood by hand. Producing it with an axe ain't that don't slow me down. You know, it ain't producing the firewood that slows me down. It's getting it and stuff. You know, that can be time consuming. Whether I'm getting it out of the woods or whatever. You know, at the 200-acre woods, it was great because I'd prefer that over this lumber yard up here, because there I would just go there, bucket, split it, load it, and take it on. Here you gotta, you know, load it in these big heavy rounds of oak, take them home, split them, load them back up, and then take them. So it's a lot more work, you know. It's such a good location for wood. They won't let you split the wood there though. That's the thing. So anyways, we're heading on now though to Moorhead. We're supposed to meet Ronald up there. He's supposed to get a load in his truck, and I'm supposed to get a load in my truck. Then we're gonna head on back. I didn't used to hardly know how to do these roundabouts. So all right. Do it now. Might be. It is. That's a GMC, ain't it? So that ain't you. What you doing, cutting? That's Ronald right there.
Yeah, it is him right there's the truck.
A lot nicer today, ain't it? What are you doing? You ain't allowed to do that, are you? You on camera, do you? Not getting in trouble, me and him recording when we're up here. We got a YouTube channel, me and him do. We got like 114,000 subscribers on there now.
It's Bluegrass Outdoors.
That's all we do is sell wood. You don't care if I set this right here? I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Just aim it that way. I would have recorded you splitting. I like seeing people split. Yeah, I would have done that this whole time if I knew he was allowed, but he said the other day, he said hopefully they, as long as they don't care, it'd be a lot easier. That's hard running them big rounds. We've been loading this truck full of them. My back hurts from doing it.
I'll leave that ready.
Yeah. Yeah. What is that, a 6-pound maul or 8-pound maul? I've been using this whole thing for years. I split a lot of wood with it though.
Hey, I love it more fine.
Yeah, fish good. I split a lot of wood with them. Do you care if I pull one out too?
Yeah, go ahead.
How long you been here, Ron?
45 minutes.
45 minutes?
Yeah. Take don't get here when you drive with Chevy, bud. I understand you have to talk, get the transmission blew up forward.
Oh, yeah.
I got to put one in this and it went out on the way over here. Oh my God, it be talking like that now. It did.
Huh?
I did. I ain't got first and third.
Man.
You gonna feel it? How much rope right now? Wood now.
45.
45.
There you go, Ronald.
What have you been doing, Ronald?
Okay.
Huh?
I'll put it in your name tomorrow.
I've been working, son. I cut that whole load of wood I was about to do. You sell wood?
Huh?
You sell it?
No, I'm giving this one away. I got a buddy.
Give it away. I live down the road.
Well,
you can bring that thing tied off a load like this.
I mean, I would if you need it.
You giving it away?
There's
He said I would.
I got some trouble there, and I'm trying to pay my debts back to the community. And that old boy lost his leg. He ain't got no truck. He burns wood. Ain't got no money.
Man, don't allow your buses out here. I don't care how you buy this load.
That whole load on way.
Different workers, what it is.
That's what a different crews.
Yep. Different workers.
Sorry about the big round, though. It ain't gonna be perfect.
Where you live out here?
Yeah, I live over there by Good Shepherd. I got a little apartment over there, me and my fiance.
I can haul more pieces. I can haul more than pieces on our own pieces. I can bust them up on.
Yeah.
I can get a big load of them on there.
Oh, yeah.
No, that don't too big.
Yeah, that was too big. I'll quit it again. There's plenty here to go around.
Yeah, there's a lot in it.
Yeah.
Shortage of wood.
No.
It'd be nice if they had it cleared out a little bit more.
Hey,
so we
Dad.
could pull back that way. Covered it up. It'd be nice if we could pull back that way a little bit. Here, just clear it a little more clear because there's a lot of dirt. The other day, and that's what he said. He did with those big long ones. Just threw them straight in there like that. It warms you up, don't it, doing this?
Oh, yeah.
My dad, Ronald, took some axes.
Huh? Okay. I done split it.
What's your name, old buddy?
Carter.
Is it?
Yeah.
About ready for Christmas?
Yeah.
Me too. I need a new chainsaw. You gonna get it for me? Huh?
It probably cuts good though, don't it?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
That moss split's good.
Oh, yeah. It tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one there, buddy. Oh, no.
Say this. No, you didn't like that.
Revving the Chevy up. He lost the transmission and he said. Yeah, exactly. Talking about Chevy, how good it is. Look at it.
Where's that for?
Transmission. Look, he hates that. Trying to brag on that truck.
Me and Ronald kind of kid around a lot. Well, it's mainly him that comes at me with that a lot of times, just joking mainly, but he's always telling me I need to get rid of that Ford and get a real truck, a Chevy. So we got to go back and forth throughout the day with it. But it's just joking. But yeah, he probably really does like Chevy's the best. But that young man that was there earlier, that I was talking to, that was splitting the wood, he looked to be in his 20s or something, I would guess. And I say young man, I'm 32. I'll be 33 in February, so I know that's pretty young still. But when I look at 20-year-olds and 18-year-olds and stuff, it reminds me of when I was that age, and which hasn't been that long ago. But at the same time, it hasn't been that short of a time either. 12 years or whatever it was, 12, 13, 14 years now. It just shows how fast time goes, really. And once you become an adult, it seems like it just goes so fast because you can get into like a routine life, or even if it ain't so routine, it can just be working, and before you know it, your day's over. Like today, for example, I went out and sewed that load of wood. split it up this morning. Some of it this morning, some of it I already had. So the first load that it showed us splitting, that was one that we had delivered yesterday. We delivered 2 yesterday together, me and Ronald did. And so the place that it showed us at the beginning when we were in Ronald's truck coming down that big gravel driveway was the place that we delivered the first load of wood to. Or maybe the second. It was a second load of wood. But with that, we still had some more wood left at home. Nearly enough for a truckload. I had to split a little bit more to add to it to make a full truckload. And then I took that truckload today, and that's the second load you see me taking with just me and Carter. And then it was up near that area, as I mentioned in the video. So, like he said, it'd be smart to go ahead and get a load while we was up that way. So that's what we did. Now, this guy, he pulled up with a SUV pulling a trailer. And we were both back there. That's really all you can fit back there is 2 at a time. And so we kind of talked for a little bit, and then I wanted to get out of his way. I was just going to leave with what I had there because I had at least a truckload. But then when I went up there, Ronald said, here's a bunch of good rounds over here, so I pulled over to the left there. And one of the guys actually came and dumped a bunch right there for us, which was nice of him. He came and dumped a bunch right there with the dumpster and the forklift. But there was some there, but when he dumped that, it gave me what I needed to get to finish with the big load. And then when I got home tonight, I just unloaded it out there because I didn't want to leave that weight on my truck all night. This is a very good resource for wood, but it's not easy. It's not easy. I like it much better going to the woods and bucking, splitting, and loading it. I'll be honest, I do. This is really good wood. There's lots of it. It's free. It's already bucked. The one thing about it being bucked, though, is it's various sizes. Some of it's 8 inches. Some of it's 14, 16 inches, you know. But it seems like a lot of it's short. It averages, it seems like, from 8 to 14 inches. So normally 16 is what I go by. That's what I would call average, 16. That's what a cord goes by, you know. It's 3 stacks that are cut to 16. So 16 times 3 is 4 feet, 16 inches times 3. So that's what I normally go by, 16 to 18, actually, even 20 sometimes. So this wood's a little shorter, a lot of it, than what I normally sell. But as you can see here, his truck's pretty loaded down. Mine's pretty loaded down. We got both these on half ton, so we're hauling a lot of wood in these half ton trucks. But as you can see, they're pretty good loads. And I actually split this day. You're not supposed to do that. That guy was doing it when I went back there, and he was sawing. When I got there, Ronald was already there, and that guy was there as well. And I noticed he was cutting with a saw, and I thought, what in the world? I didn't think we were allowed to do that. And then I seen that he had been splitting it, too. He had a whole truckload split, as you seen earlier. And so I did it, too, and nobody said anything to us. But that's not something I want to do a lot in the future, because Ronald told me when he was splitting one time, they came and got on to him. So that's definitely not something I want to do a lot in the future. But unfortunately, like the places where I get wood this year, I've got a couple places, actually 3 counting the tree service. Now the tree service would be a great location for wood. It's got a lot of good wood, seasoned wood, hardwood. It's just huge. So I need a bigger saw for one, and then some of it still I wouldn't really want to mess with, because when you've got this bigger wood, it can hurt you. I tried to lift a log today, around today, and I'm not joking. I think I almost broke my leg because I couldn't lift it, and it almost fell back on my leg, and man, I thought I was going to break it. So I'm going to try not to even lift them like that anymore. I don't even know what I was thinking doing that, really. There he is. Look at him get at the light getting out. We was on our way, and we was at a red light, and he got out pointing under my truck, trying to tell me that it was leaking oil. You all be safe out there, and God bless.